Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Moon. Thank you so much for coming out today. Very grateful for you being here. And for those of you joining, I want to have you either say out loud or comment something that you're grateful for. Anything. You can say it in your mind, say it out loud, say it in the chat, up to you. And we'll give it a couple minutes for people to join. In the meantime, just brainstorm gratitude for now. Thank you all so much for coming. Very grateful again. Thank you so much. Welcome, Kate. Thank you so much for being here as well. And I appreciate you sharing that, Moon. Being here, that's actually what it's interesting. I'm not sure what you intended, but it doesn't matter. I always, when people ask me the same question, I always say this present moment. And so that, implies the here, the now. Because if you think about it, that's all that we have, and that's all that we'll ever have, truly. So, something that I live by, really appreciating the present moment, because that's all that we have, every moment. Give it equal value. And yeah, it's a blessing, Kate, as you mentioned. I mean, every breath, literally every breath. And I was going to also say that to keep it transparent, this is not out of any sense of darkness or negativity per se, but literally every breath that we take, we're getting closer to the grave, at least for the body. And that should serve as, I would say, ignition or motivation or energy to truly appreciate and truly live every moment, and give it your all, because that is all that we have. And essentially the end is a great thing, because if we didn't have an end, at least the body didn't have an end, then time has no value, really doesn't. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kate. I appreciate you for sharing that. Thank you. I also want to make sure the audio is okay, so let me know if that's audible and if I'm clear. I'm also curious. I don't think I've ever seen y'all before. Moon and Kate. Where are you guys from? Would love to hear where I am speaking to. What part of the world? Thank you for letting me know, Kate. I'm glad the quality is on point. We'll start in the next a minute or two. Just waiting for maybe a few others to show up. Nice. Cool. Florida. What part of Florida? I'm actually reading a book. It's interesting. It's by Michael Singer, and Michael Singer is a spiritual teacher who wrote The Untethered Soul. Highly recommend that book. I'll type it in case you were curious. So he wrote another book called. Oh, you read it? Okay. Oh, San Diego. Very nice, Moon. Oh, so you know the book. uh, and so he's actually from Gainesville, Florida, pretty sure. And so he talks about his journey and experiences in the book called Surrender Experiment, which is what I'm reading right now. And yeah, so that's all that I know about Florida. Don't know too much. Uh, welcome, Divine Awakening. And oh, nice, Moon. San Diego, I've heard, is actually quite beautiful in terms of the weather and California. So I'm actually staying in Austin, Texas right now. Uh, love it here. I'm born in California originally, Bay Area born, grew up in New York, and then right now here in Austin for the past couple of years. And welcome again, Divine Awakening 369. Appreciate you for being here. We'll be starting in the next minute, probably tops. And in the meantime, for those of you joining, if you want to share gratitude, what you're grateful for in this present moment, that would be great. Oh, wow, we're all connected. That's really cool, Moon. You're raised in the Bay. Alrighty, now let us begin. We're a few minutes past 10. I don't necessarily enforce Southern California. Nice. I got a lot of California. I got Florida. I'm right in the middle, Texas. So I give suggestions for recommendations as to certain ways to sit, postures, and so on. But these are, again, by no means a rule. I would do want to emphasize comfort is important. At the same time, we don't want to be sleeping, because that's very comfortable. But the key here is to really just focus on getting in the position which would provide for the least amount of distractions. Thank you for sharing, Divine Awakening. Appreciate you. So again, part of the practice as we're going to come to experience is all about not being affected by these distractions. So that's going to be a very important part of this. But at the same time, if we can minimize that, all right? So for example, going to a quiet room, less noisy, maybe, carpet, ground, if that's more comfortable versus a hard floor. Again, there's no right or wrong here. It's really just emphasizing comfort. But with comfort being said, what I would recommend in terms of posture recommendations would be having your back straight. That's going to be very crucial here. Very, very important. So at least try to have that. If you could sit cross-legged, that'll be great. If you can't, that's okay. You can sit on the chair and you can cross your right ankle over your left ankle. So that is what I'd recommend. And then hands open like this. So not like this, not like this, but like this on your lap, like this. And then face tilted up a bit. Be perfect. Great. So with that being said, let's start by taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. 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 Let's take some more of those breaths on our own, but now we'll close the eyes. And for the duration of the practice, we're going to keep the eyes closed till the end when I say open. So let us close the eyes just like this. Keep the eyes closed and take those deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You'll notice the body expanding and getting big as you inhale, and then you'll notice it very slowly contract as you exhale. Let's maintain a nice, steady pace of breath. And now I want you to let go and, with the eyes closed, find or think, or even brainstorm, there's no right or wrong here, of something that you're grateful for in this present moment. And you can either say it out loud or you can say it in your mind. There's no right or wrong way to do that. Now that you've said something that you're grateful for, I want you to find something else that you're grateful for, something different. And I want you to picture it. So not just say it or, speak it in the mind. I want you to imagine it. So, for example, if I'm grateful for a tree, for instance, because of the fresh air that I get from it, the oxygen, I'm going to picture a beautiful big tree. So I want you to picture that. Now let's find another thing. Think of something else that you're grateful for. Again, in this case, I want you to visualize, to picture, to imagine what you're grateful for and just be there with it. And now I want to have you let go of that and let the mind do whatever it wants to do. So if it wants to think, you're going to think. If it wants to rest, let it rest. Let the mind just be. Just be. So no instructions here. I'm not going to say much for some moments. And it's okay because you're going to notice that's going to be very natural for the mind to get distracted, to wander, to just want to stop and be like, hey, give me some instructions. I want some guiding. But that's okay. Keep the eyes closed, just like this, and just be. Observe those feelings, observe those thoughts, observe the frustration, observe the uncomfortableness. I want you to just observe it all. Got this. And now we're going to go of letting go and focus on something that you're grateful for again, something different this time. Or if it's the same, that's also okay. But I want you to focus on the visualization as well, to really immerse yourself with that thing that you're grateful for, whatever that is. Just think of it, say it in the mind, visualize it, and then just focus on that visualization. And now let's move on to something else. So, again, this is a free, no rule area. Just Whatever you want to think about, anything that you're grateful for. It's going to be your family. If you need some help, I got you. Family, friends, list out different friends for each of these gratitudes. For example, if it's one of your friends, just think about that friend, say the friend's name, visualize them, imagine it to the point where they're like right there with you. Family, think of different members, teachers, students, coworkers, strangers, plants, nature, animals. There's endless possibilities. And now let's think of another one. Same thing here. Visualize. And now we're going to do a little body scan. So we're going to start at the top of the head and gently scan ourselves from head to toe. A nice, equal, gentle, steady pace. There might be certain parts of the body that have tension, discomfort, pain, anything. But we're going to maintain a nice, equal pace of scan. Starting at the top of the head, moving past the forehead, and past the eyes, ears, nose. And then at your own pace, I want you to continue till you reach your toes. Just realize again, it's going to be very natural. It's going to be very normal for the mind to get distracted by thoughts, feelings, sounds, feelings of those bodies. But regardless of those things, you're going to very gently let go of that distraction and then resume that focus of scan. It may happen often, maybe not. And if it does happen often, that's okay, because those moments that you capture yourself are the moments that you're truly present. Uh, so, yeah, have at it. You got this. Gently scan from head to toe. Now we're going to, regardless of where you're at with the scan, redirect the focus towards the hands. You'll notice that as the eyes are closed, You will feel the aliveness of the hands without even moving it, without moving the hands. You don't have to. You just know that's there. And how do you know that's there? You know that it's there because you are conscious. Simple as that. So I want you to focus on the aliveness of the hands. Just focus on it. And you'll notice that as you focus on it, it's going to grow and grow in aliveness. And it's going to be natural, again, for the mind to get distracted, whether it's by thoughts, feelings, sensations, sounds, doesn't matter. But every time you notice that, you're going to very gently let go and then redirect the focus back to the hands. You got this. Just a reminder, any moment you get distracted, you're going to gently resume the focus. Now we're going to slowly let go of that focus and let the mind do whatever it wants to do. If it wants to think, let it think. If it wants to rest, let it rest. But we'll keep the eyes closed again here. Now we're going to list 7 different things that you're grateful for. One by one, take your time, take your pace. And with the eyes closed, just think of something. And then once you think of something, you can briefly visualize if you want. For this, you don't have to. And then we'll move on to the next one, and the next one. And briefly visualize. But once you get to 7, then you can stop if you want. Or you can continue. Up to you. Eyes closed. Now, at your own pace and time, you can gently open the eyes. And when you do it ever so slowly, very slowly. Take your time here. And then just reflect on that experience. Thank you so much for being a part of this beautiful session. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'll be here for the next minute or two. Please do not hesitate. Thank you, Kate. It's interesting actually. A little spiel here if you all want to hear this. Every morning, I'm sure maybe like a lot of us would wake up with different feelings, good, bad, happy, sad. I mean, uh, no point in describing specifically what the feelings were, but the point is, the feelings were usually quite out of my control. It was really just whatever I woke up to, whether it was tiredness, energy. But now, literally just by programming the mind, and that's what this kind of does when you try to really focus on mantras, for example, or gratitude. Even I like making gratitude a mantra, and so I've started making sure that before I wake up, as in like I fully open my eyes, but as soon as I'm awake, just not with the eyes open yet, I will essentially list out 7 things that I'm grateful for from the previous day. So it kind of serves as a reflection piece for me to just jog up as to what happened yesterday, but then also really find things that I'm grateful for. And there are times where I'm not gonna lie, it's a little tough because like it's just like a boring day and you didn't really do anything exciting or new, but you still start to appreciate, that. And then you start finding the small things to be grateful for because at the end it doesn't matter. That's your mind. Like, it has to be this great thing. For example, I saved 10 puppy lives. It doesn't have to be that. It can be anything. You saw a cute dog. That's one. I'm grateful that I woke up today. That's two. I'm grateful for this present moment. I'm grateful for being able to be grateful. There's so many things, but the point I'm making is as we start, like, we have so much more control over our inner self. More than control, we have the awareness to take charge of what we want of the inside. So we can't control the outside, the external. It's it's really out of our hands. We can try our best. I mean, for example, a group project, we can do our best, but it's really out of our hands to take full control or have full charge. But this piece of life, we have control over or charge over. And so what I'm making is I'm an example. I mean, I've literally started waking up just grateful all the time. Like every morning, I'm grateful. Like, and even the days I don't get too much sleep, still wake up grateful. Versus I used to just wake up with all these whatever feelings and whatever, right? So, anyways, hopefully that helped. Definitely something I recommend for you all. And I appreciate you all for being here, Kate, Moon. Really grateful. And yeah, if there's anything else you wanted to share, gratitude. Yeah, Kate, I am on social media. I appreciate you asking. So I can link that in. That's my Instagram, and I have a YouTube channel as well. Great friend of Bijan. Really grateful for. I'm sure that's probably how you found this. Maybe, maybe not, but we connected through social media actually, Bijan and I. So grateful for him very much. But yeah, that's my handle, and I have a YouTube channel as well. If you want to check out that content that I make, it's really just surrounded around gratitude, wisdom, spirituality, things like that. Exactly. You see, Moon. That's the key. Uh, it really comes down to realize that we really can't get others to do anything. We really can't. It's up to them. And the moment we realize that, things become so much more simple. If anything, it's again, this is like I don't want to say too much here because it can be taken in different ways. But when you truly focus on yourself, meaning I'm not saying don't think about others, don't care for others, but when you truly to like develop certain qualities within yourself, like love, for instance, people always assume that you need to love something or someone, but love is a quality that you can imbibe within you. Then people will start just getting naturally attracted towards you without you even trying. So same thing applies when you're just always in a grateful kind of mode. People will start feeling that and experiencing that around you. You won't have to even try. So I think it's quite simple just to really, focus on yourself and plant your own flower, and naturally the flowers around you will also blossom. Thank you all. Much, much love and appreciation. Make it a great day. Take this joy and stay conscious. Ecstasy.